Let us go. Line number 2. Good afternoon, Stephen. You're on the air.
Hello, Paddy.
How are you today?
Oh, good. Yourself?
Doing fine, thank you very much. What's on your mind?
Wonderful. I wanted to, in the spirit of come on with it Friday, give you a little bit something different today.
Let's do it.
I'm calling regarding a lecture that's coming to the province next year, early next year. And but before I get into that, I'll just back up a little bit. I'm not sure if you're aware, but this past September, a historic ReThink911 awareness campaign was launched, which was just to promote the alternate theories of 9/11 and surrounding that day.
As people refer to it as the truthers.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's come to be a negative term, but I kind of own it. Why not? I'd rather be called a truther than a liar, I guess.
Bring it on, man. Whatever you got.
Yeah, perfect. Now, this campaign in Canada led to some controversy in Ottawa with their Transit Commission, which led them to look into their advertising policies. You can look at the hearing online for that. But this also led to Richard Gage doing a cross-Canada tour here in Canada next year regarding his presentation. And Richard Gage is the founder of Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. And that's a coalition of 2,000 independent architects and engineers who all examine the evidence and come to a radically different conclusion regarding the Twin Towers. So next year, they're launching this cross-Canada campaign, and we're lucky enough to have them come to Newfoundland and this is taking place in March, so it is a little ways away, but it's happened really quickly this past week, where they actually decided to add St. John's to the tour, and I, for one, am radically very much excited to have him and that presentation come here. So I figured I'd call and let you know and your callers know that is happening, and if you have any questions regarding that, I can certainly provide.
I don't know what I have for questions of it. Maybe when it gets closer and some of the folks who are coming in to speak they have every opportunity to call the program. Stephen, these types of conferences or people of the opinion that you and these others would have, they are so quickly dismissed out of hand. Some people use pretty harsh terms when they refer to you and others like that, the truthers, that you're crazy and it's tinfoil hat stuff and it's disregarding of all the already proven facts. The fight back seems very limited, and the groups, as far as I understand, and I've done a little bit of reading on it, the groups seem to be shrinking as time goes by, as opposed to people adopting or accepting these facts as they put forward. I wonder why that is.
Well, I don't know if I totally agree with you on that. I know Architects for Engineers for 9/11 Truth specifically have grown exponentially over the years, and like I said, there's over 2,000 independent professionals now who've all signed this petition saying that, the towers could not have come down in any other way besides controlled demolition. And this is examination of their evidence and the evidence that they have, and they're all professionals too. Richard Gage is part of the American Institute of Architects, and he's 20 years experience, and specifically with fireproof steel frame buildings. So he's definitely a credible person, and so are all the rest of the people in that group. Plus, I know that they did a poll in Canada this past fall too, in reference to the controversy, and they found that 51% of Canadians who viewed Building 7 being destroyed or falling down all then believed that it was a controlled demolition that brought it down. So I don't think this is going away, and I definitely don't think that the group is shrinking in any way.
And so, but as cynics, well, some groups are, and that's for sure, and I know you know that. Maybe this group is not. But some of this stuff just comes, whether or not people legitimately believe everything put forward by those groups, the cynicism and the mistrust of government also helps foster anybody attending these kinds of presentations or rallies. It doesn't give them any more validity or credibility, but it just means that people are now so wary and mistrusting of governments that anything anyone puts forward to say that these people are bad and liars and not telling us the whole truth, it's understandable why people will latch onto those things, isn't it?
I do agree with that, and I think that the beauty of this particular group is that they don't really come to any conclusions on who did it or what caused it. They just looked at the evidence and went through that evidence and said this is what had to happen based on this evidence. They're not saying who did it or who caused it, whether it was government, whether whatever. They just want a real investigation or more investigation into that event, because the evidence does say something different.
Yeah, and I don't know. So once again, how far out? This is in March sometime.
Yeah, this is March. I haven't even tweeted about this or anything yet, but I wanted to give you a heads up that it's coming. It's in March. The tour starts early March, 29th of March. They're coming here. It's at Memorial in the Bruno Lecture Theatre, which is great. Tickets are only $17 to get in, which is wonderful as well. They're on sale now. You can go to 911justicecanada.ca to find that, but I'm going to have a ton more promotion on this in the coming months, and I also have spoken with some of the organizers who are all willing to call in as the date gets closer.
Yeah, and maybe they can do me a favor and send me what they put forward in their presentation before I get on, because I'll be completely honest with you, I don't do a lot of research as to the other side of that coin. I don't dismiss almost anything straight out of hand, but it'd be good to know what the hell they're going to say before they call the show, because, I mean, we can't have a conversation without it.
No, and I can certainly provide some of that too, and they're very much open to giving you a call later, from what I can tell. Again, if you want to go to ae911truth.org, their presentation is there, actually. Richard Gage has taken this to 300 places all over the world, and again, I think we're very lucky to have him, and I encourage anybody, especially the architects and engineers in the province, to check that out, definitely. And again, I'll have much more on this. I
appreciate your time today, Stephen. Thanks for the call. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks for your time.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, you know, like I said to him, I'm not talking behind his back, the amount of slur and criticism that people like-minded with Stephen, that they get, I was going to say suffer, but maybe they couldn't care less. Some of it's real. Some of it, in particular, I don't necessarily buy or understand a lot of the things they say anyway, but if you want to comment on it, sure, all you got to do is, I don't know, flick me a tweet. Or VOCM Backtalk, follow us there, chime off, spout off, whatever you got to do. Some people spend most of the time spouting off.